So here's the next part of our discussion. Give me up and then had a coil put in, she lost her ability to be able to get pregnant. And so after ditching the husband that was cheating on her, that forced her into the arms of another man, she couldn't produce a child, and so she adopted a boy. But she didn't tell that boy until 2 years ago, and 6 months ago she went into a catatonic stroke with no function. And so this thing about when it's revealed has a lot to speak of. Can you tell me, because it was so late for you, what thoughts you were dealing with?
At which point?
Well, you found out at 48, you said. So
42.
42, I beg your pardon, excuse me, at 42. So at 42, that's everything that you know turned on its head, isn't it?
Oh my God. Yes. I mean, it's crazy because I knew at like 3 years old. I just felt it. Like I knew at 3 years old that my dad, even though he loved me, and he passed away in 2017, and I know that he's watching this right now. So Dad, I know that you loved me, but he did treat me different. Like he treated me differently than he treated my other siblings. And so what happened but at the same time, he also looked to me to kind of be the problem solver. Even I was the problem, but I was also the problem solver. And so every single time something major happened in the family, it was like, tell Allison, she'll do something about it. Like tell Allison, she'll fix it, kind of thing. And so my sister was an alcoholic. She's in recovery now, or is an alcoholic, but she's in recovery. But at the time, she wasn't. And so some major event happened, and my dad wanted me to fly to Hawaii to fix it. So I flew to Hawaii, and the last day, like right before I was getting ready to leave, my sister said to me, "How does it make you feel to be our half sibling?" And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, oh, never mind. And I'm like, no, we don't get to do never mind. Like, and because she was drunk literally for half of her lifetime, more than half of her lifetime, she thought I already knew that my dad was not my dad. So what it did for me is it took me from being the baby of 4 to the baby of 9. And it's still to this day, it's playing out. Like there's so much trauma around this like whole thing, because what it did was that the siblings that I grew up with, they kept saying, basically, you're not allowed to feel anything about this. You have to be exactly the same because we're not safe with you being different. So they started treating me like a bag of garbage. And then my new siblings just met me 2 years ago, and I bring up so much pain for them about their father having multiple affairs. He had one of the largest churches in the Southeast. He had almost 1 million people following him, all these things. And it's like, you can't exist because your existence brings us too much pain. And so I've lost all of my siblings, all of them, every single one of them. So it took me from being connected to a complete orphan. It's just it's been the weirdest transition of my life. And I've been through many, but this is like the weirdest one. And I'm to the point now where I just have to laugh about it because I've cried so much that I just refuse. Like, I'm not going to cry another tear about it.
I think,
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends too.
Come back for the next part of this discussion.